Hey everyone, welcome to Showing Up, your weekly video series that helps you show up at home, at work, and in life. I'm Michael Philpott. I'm an expert in the art of public speaking, presenting, and pitching. So I help people to win the hearts and minds of any audience on any stage.
And I'm Kaushik. I'm a video producer and sales video consultant. I help small businesses and big corporates create compelling videos and online training programs that sell, influence, and engage.
Smooth. Very nice. I see that you've changed your luxury accommodation there, Kaushik. What's going on?
Just a bit of change, you know? I went from being in the driver's seat to the back seat.
I must say the lighting is significantly better. Well done.
There's a lot of pillows around the place.
Yeah. It's very comfy, cozy.
Yeah.
Okay, man, let's kick it off. So now you've been up to something over the last few days that's caused you to leave the house, to leave the property.
Yeah, it has.
Goodness, what's been going on? What have you been doing?
So some of you may know I'm part of the civil defense response teams here in Christchurch, which basically means that if there's any sort of emergency or disaster, or if any other emergency services need our help, we get deployed. And over the last few days, the vaccination clinics around Christchurch needed some help with crowd control. So I've just been at the Orchard Road Vaccination Centre, helping people to go where they need to go to get vaccinated.
That's cool. What's going on with that? Like, how is that process rolling? Is it what's it like?
From what I can see, it seems like a very well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Like it's scheduled right down to the minute. So people, they drive in, whatever time their appointment is, they park up and they wait until the time of their appointment before they go in. So from what I could see yesterday, there wasn't actually any queues or anything like that. People just walked in, they waited for the next available nurse, and they were done within sort of 20, 25 minutes. So it seemed like the whole process was actually very fluid.
Awesome. Cool. Shout out to everyone who's involved in making that happen so beautifully.
100%. Yeah. It could have been a lot worse, that's for sure.
Yeah, of course, right? Of course. So is there any advice you would give to people that are needing to get vaccinated from what you saw? Yeah.
Well, obviously book your vaccines and don't just show up. We've had quite a few people just show up hoping to get a slot, but unfortunately that's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
So if you are eligible to get vaccinated, do book in before you go. And there's a lot of precautions around the place when you do go to get vaccinated. So you do actually just have to end up waiting in your car anyway. So if you are thinking about going earlier than your appointment time, unfortunately you just have to sit in your car until the time of the appointment anyway. So keep that in mind too. Obviously there's no traffic these days either, so maybe take that into account when you're leaving home too.
Nice.
Because it can be a long wait.
Always keep people safe. So a couple of quick questions around this because it's interesting. What made you join the team for the defense?
Yeah, good question. I actually saw, this was probably I joined the team in 2015, I think. 15 or 16, can't remember. But it was just a flyer at the gym that I used to go to. It said volunteers needed. Get in touch to see if it's the right fit for you. So I went along, tried it out for a couple of weeks, really enjoyed it. Lots of actually really cool skills you learn. You learn how to actually take care of casualties. You learn how to respond in stormy situations. If your roof blows up, how do you actually put tarp over it properly and make sure no water is getting in. Movement control, making sure. What's that? Very
handy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. I haven't used it so far, but always good to have.
Always good to
have. But there's a lot of varied skills that you learn. It's actually quite interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, good bunch of people too.
Anything else to add in our update today?
Not that I can think of, no. It's been a pretty chill day. I had a talk this morning to a bunch of students at a business school.
Tell us all about it.
Oh, it was great fun. It was about 64 people on the Zoom call. was supposed to be live, but the live event obviously got cancelled. But it's great. I had my teleprompter running in the background. I had my webcam going. As far as I could tell, it looked pretty smooth.
How did it go?
It went well. It went really well. Some good questions at the end too, which is always nice.
What kind of questions? Because these are business students, and you're talking to them about what? You're talking to them about you as a business person, or you as dark matter videography, and.
It was more about my journey in business.
Right.
So we went right back to my first business that I started when I was 16, and then all the other businesses after that, until right up until dark matter. But a lot of the questions that came through was actually around customer validation and getting feedback from customers.
Right.
And how do we go about doing that? Which is something as simple as going and grabbing a coffee or a lunch.
Yeah.
And just having a conversation.
Nice.
So yeah, that was quite surprising actually. A lot of questions around customer validation.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And it's always surprising when you're asked to talk about something, right? And you talk about it, and then the actual questions that come out are like, quite interesting. I could have done a talk just on your questions.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone takes it differently, which is actually quite interesting to see.
Yeah.
But it's always funny because at the end of it,
young students, you've just inspired.
Well, I don't know.
Funny.
It's funny because at the end of the talk, I felt like it was a classic imposter phenomenon that kicked in. It was like, I don't know if any of what I said is actually valuable to these people or not.
Of course it is.
Which, yeah.
Of course it is, man. Like, of all the people I know, your input and insight would be highly valuable. I mean, just watching your growth, what you've done and achieved over the small amount of time you have, it's inspiring, Mr. Kaushik.
You're too kind.
No, I'm not. I'm sitting in a car.
Yeah, maybe the next phase is to get in the house, but I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, someone reached out to me on LinkedIn the other day and said, just asking out of curiosity if you're homeless or not. Fair question.
Yeah, sometimes the answer would be sometimes. Yeah,
just for this half an hour slot that we do this video.
Yeah, exactly. You only get to see 10 minutes of this, by the way, everyone. Right, speaking of 10 minutes, we'd better wrap it up. Hey, everyone, Kaushik isn't homeless. He's just recording from his car, but that doesn't mean he can't help you to create amazing videos, at least when we get back into the studio, but I know that he can help you out with a fair amount of editing right now. So if you need editing done, get in touch with Kaushik, or maybe hook up with him before we get into the lower levels so you've got some video ready to go.
Absolutely. And if your event has moved online, or if you're speaking online, get in touch with Michael, because he'll help you make sure that you're good for the webcam.
Yeah, or pre-recording. We're definitely moving a lot more to pre-recording now. So something you might want to think about. Getting rid of all of those issues with like, oh, my internet's rubbish. It's terrible. So get in touch if you need help. Thanks, everyone. Continue to stay well, stay safe, and stay sane. See you next time.
Catch you tomorrow.
Bye.
See ya.